Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Thank you for stopping by. Today it's not an unboxing and it's not really a review because I have not used the deck. It's more just, I'm going to show you this deck that I just got in. It's not a new deck. It's not easy to find. It is very expensive if you try to find it. I got extremely lucky with this deck. I got it on a bidding page online, and it is the Shapeshifter Tarot by DJ Conway and Sirona Knight. It's a pretty cool deck. It's got 3 extra cards to the major arcana. It explains why in the book. I just read it, but I don't want to not do it justice. The cards themselves all have like a description at the bottom, which makes it more useful for me because they are so different. As more of an oracle deck, you can easily use it as a tarot deck very easily as well. Also, it has they switched the air and fire signs, so they changed the wands to air and the swords to fire, which is funny because when I first started learning tarot, I kept getting those confused. But now that I know tarot, I know that swords are air and fire is wands. Now I get even more confused. So honestly, where it says that at the top, I'm probably not going to pay attention to it. If I wind up using this deck, I may just keep this deck as a collector item because they are so rare right now. I mean, I've seen them for the lowest I've seen, other than the one I bought, I think was maybe $150, and the highest was like $900, which is an awful lot of money. It is a pretty cool deck. I'm pretty sure it's not worth $900, but you know what? It's worth what the people want to pay for it. So if somebody wants to pay $900 for it, hey, by all means, go for it. I mean, I've paid more for some decks because I wanted them, so Anyway, I'm just going to switch the phone over and I will be showing you guys these cards right now. Okay, so as I said, I've already seen this deck because it was used, and I put the cards in order because they were not in order. Now, I've only taken a quick peek at the cards, so honestly, I don't really remember them. I've read a couple of pages out of the back, out of the book itself on descriptions. And actually, I do like this, just the way it's done quite a bit. So anyway, this is the book. The box. And this is pretty cool how they have this here. You are an eagle with strong wings to lift you as high as your victorious spirit can reach. You are a bear with the burning courage to stand your ground against any opposition. You are an ancient oak, master at balancing the physical earth with the flowing water of spirit. You are one person, but within you breathes the primal energies of all nature's elements and each living thing. The Shapeshifter Tarot will merge you with the natures of star and serpent, fire and oak, to transform your perception of dreams, reality, and all the worlds in between. Rooted in Celtic shamanism and symbolism, the Shapeshifter Tarot awakens all your hidden powers. Listen to the messages these cards send you and grow wiser in spirit as you use them for divination, spell work, meditation, and exploration of new realities. You are a seeker, finding another hidden part of yourself each time you enter the world of the Shapeshifter Tarot. Embrace the wisdom that's inherently yours. This tarot will bring it within your reach. I do like that right up a lot. And of course, it's the Shapeshifter Tarot, and as I said, it's based on Celtic shamanism, which I am very drawn to the whole Celtic pantheon. And it's funny because I was reading through, and the queens and kings in the regular arcana, or the royal courts, are all based on Celtic gods from what I could see, and goddesses. It's really kind of neat. So I will definitely show you that in a minute. This is the book. It's a pretty thick book. It's got spreads here. It also has spreads in the back. Right here, which is some of the same ones I think. It's actually the same one in the front. This nine ring spread here. And this one is creating a change spread, finding animal helper spread. All right, those are pretty cool. And then there's an appendix with the guides, because the cards all have different names, and it'll tell you what the traditional name is. Some are the same. The lovers are the lovers, but instead of the Hierophant, we have knowledge. Instead of the Emperor, we have the father. Instead of the Empress, we have the mother. So it's pretty interesting. Let's see. The Devil is choice. The Tower is the serpent. Death is rebirth. So it's pretty cool. And this is just a different, let's see. Oh, the different elements. Hello. Okay. And then there's keywords that go with each cards of the major arcana and all the minor arcana. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool. And of course, there's a glossary, which is good too if you're looking for any particular god, goddess, whatever they're talking about. So it's a very well done book. Very well done. So it comes in this box. Honestly, I'm not too impressed with these boxes. Now, this is not to say that this isn't a decent box, because it is. I mean, it's a pretty old deck, and it's still in great shape. It's just, I don't know, it just seems so big. But again, of course, you have this giant book. So the cards themselves are typical size of more like a playing card size. The back is pretty. And these are blue. These are not purple like some of my other cards were coming up. This is put out by Llewellyn, I want to say. And honestly, the quality is a typical quality from what I would see with a typical like Rider-Waite tarot deck. Although these feel like they're going to be a little bit less sturdy if I use them a lot. Only because of the coating and the way the paper feels. I used to work with paper. I used to run a copy center and stuff. So I have a feel for paper. So I can tell when it's like one quality over another. So that's why I'm saying that. It's just, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just going to have to be more careful with it. All right. Now, when I was counting out this deck, because I always count my cards if I get a used deck. I always count it. And I had an extra card. I'm like, why is there an extra card in here? And then it was the Goddess of Earth, which just happens to be, they switched the Goddess of Earth and God of Earth would be, the traditional meaning is, this would actually be the King of Pentacles. And the God of Earth is traditionally the Queen of Pentacles. They switched numbers. They also did number the court cards. So some stuff is a little confusing, but not so much you can't use it. Anyway, there's an extra card in here because this is just an extra like advertisement, I want to say, you know. So I was so confused. I'm like, oh, cool, I get, because I am a Queen of Pentacles. You know, that's like my card. You know, I always consider that to be my, because I'm an earth sign. I'm earth, you know. So anyway, that's why you get an extra card, an extra card, because there's 3 other extra cards in here. All right. This one's going to be a long one, guys, I think, because the book has a lot of information in it. And when I do read from it, I'll only be able to do 1, maybe 2. I'll have to decide which one I want to do. Okay, I'm putting on my glasses. All right, so first one, Initiation, which would typically be the Fool. Sorcerer, the Magician. Sorceress, which would be the High Priestess. And I'll probably screw up some of these names, by the way. Isn't that beautiful, though? Look how pretty that is. Love this so much. The Mother, which is usually the Empress. And I love that she's pregnant. Oh, that's a Pegasus. Oh, look at that. Love it. The Father, I believe this would be Cernunnos. I could be wrong, but it gives, you know what? Maybe it's the white stag. No, Cernunnos? Whatever. Don't know. That's what it gives me the feeling of. Which would be the Emperor. Knowledge. So would that be Hierophant? Yeah, I think that's the Hierophant is number 5. Knowledge. I like that a lot. The Lovers. Some of them they will always keep because, I mean, what could be different than lovers, you know? Power, which would be strength. Beautiful. Or is this strength, courage? You know what? Let me look in the book, because you know what? If they don't give me the right thing, I can't keep the things straight. So let me look in the book. We have power is, oh, those are the keywords. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds here. Power, oh, sorry, the chariot. So you know what? Chariot, power, I don't know. I don't know if I see the chariot as power. I would see that more as strength, but okay. So that's a chariot. I'm going to keep the book open because you know I'm going to mess that up. Courage would be strength. The seer is the hermit. Love that. The circle, that's the wheel, or the wheel of fortune. Different. Okay. Nature is justice, which honestly, that gives me more of a hanged man kind of feeling. So the shapeshifter, and this would be the hanged man. Rebirth, which typically is the death card. This is so beautiful though. Look at that. Gorgeous. Balance, which is temperance. And of course, temperance is for balance and patience and alchemy and a bunch of other stuff. Choice. So this is typically a devil card. I kind of like that it's choice. I do like that. I like that they've taken away a lot of the Christian iconography. Oh, I can't say that today. Iconography, I should say. Because, you know, sometimes, although I love my regular Rider-Waite, and that's honestly my favorite deck, I use it all the time, sometimes it's good to get a different perspective. And if you don't have that there, like the devil, you see it as different. Anyway, 16, the serpent. That would be the tower. 17, the star. So the star is the star. The moon. That's beautiful. Look, see, they're shape-shifting. Every single one of these people on here looks like they're shape-shifting or they're already something else. The sun. 20 is that transcendence. 20 typically would be what? Judgment? Let me see. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, judgment. Okay, so now this is where there's 3 cards before the world that are completely different. They don't have any counterpart in the regular Rider-Waite. So, the double, the journey, and oneness. Wait, no, hold on. Oneness is the last one. That's world. Sorry. The dreamer. Number 23. Now we have number 24, which is oneness. Now I'm going to read out of the book real quick why they added the extra. It's very, very quick. Why they added the extra 3 cards here. And it's funny because for the longest time, I've been thinking DJ Conway was a man. Imagine my surprise when I realized that, you know, it's a lady and she's quite lovely, actually. I guess because I have a child that's got a J at the end of the name, and with that, I assume all J's are men, you know, and I really shouldn't assume anything like that. Anyway, here we go. Nope, that's not it. It's one more. There's actually a section here on how to shapeshift, and okay, it's right here, which you can read. I haven't read it, so if I read it, you know, maybe I'll be able to shapeshift into a skinny person. All right, so I'm just going to read this real quick. Note from Sirona. Okay, there's another thing too. Each one of these is written, each thing is written. One is written by DJ and one is written by Sirona. So the one that has like the little moon section here, that's written by DJ. The one that has A sun, I'm going to see it right there. See it right there? That's written by Sirona. Okay, so note from Sirona. The Shapeshifter Tarot has 81 cards in honor of the 81 Knights of the 9 Rings of the Cordaman. Oh my God, what is that? Cordamanons of the Celtic Guidonic Druid tradition. 3 unique major arcana cards are added. The double stems from the Dwindonic, oh my God, Dwindonic? Concepts of creating an energetic double. The journey embodies the circular quality of lifetimes, and the dreamer represents the natural shape-shifting experiences of conscious and lucid dreaming. All right, so that's why those 3. It's a short explanation, and honestly, that's really the major explanation. That's it. So, okay, so let's see. Now we're going to, like I said, they switched fire and wind or air. So it might seem a little confusing because this says wands, but typically it's, hold on. Okay. Air element is wands, but it's going to come off as, okay. The pictures correspond with your typical wands, but it's the air element that's throwing me off. So it's going to confuse me. I know it is. All right. So one, and these all have a description, so that actually works out well. So 1 of wands, the 4 winds, 2 fortune. Sorry, did I not show that? I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. See, it's right there, the 4 winds. 2 is fortune. 3 is partnership. See, it does kind of work with the wands, but it says it's an air element. So it's just throwing me off. Anyway, harmony, 4. 5 struggle. 6 victory. 7 valor. 8 swiftness. So 8 of wands. I like this. This is pretty cool. 9 strength. 10 burden. So the seeker of air, which would be the page. Warrior of air, knight. But this is a wands card. Remember, it says air, but it's wands. God of air, which would be typically would be your queen. And goddess of air. I wonder if that's Freya. 14. You know what? Let's look real quick. Goddess of air. Let's see if that's Freya. Hold on 1 second here. No, it's Arian Hod, and the god of air is Gwydion. Okay. All right. I don't know why I was thinking Freya. Freya's not Celtic. Hello, but it's, you know why? Because the kitty cat, and she's shape-shifting into is that a cat or is that a hawk? I think she's shape-shifting into a hawk, which is pretty cool. All right. So the cup stays the same, and pentacles, earth stays the same. So the well, love, abundance, decadence, rejection, memories. That's a pretty cool card right there. See it right there? It's like, I don't know, there's a face in the ocean. It's kind of different. Desire. quest, sustenance, happiness. Beautiful. Okay. Seeker of water, the page of cups typically. Warrior of water. How beautiful that is. So pretty. Which would be the knight. God of water. Oh, love this. Goddess of water. So beautiful. All right. So the swords, and which is the fire element, which I would always see the fire element as wands, but okay. But the pictures definitely correspond with the swords. So just forget the element and just go with that. The sacred flame, blindness, sorrow, merging, 5 is conflict. Let's see, passage. I'm hoping the lighting's working on this because it's a dreary day out there. It's sunny and not. It's like, you know, fall is definitely here. So, deception, stasis, darkness, ruin. Okay. The Seeker of Fire. So this would be the Page of Swords, which is usually the Page of Wands. But they're saying, okay, this does correspond with swords though. Except, it doesn't. This to me corresponds more with wands, but it is what it is. This is the only thing. I wish people would not switch up what's traditional, because then it makes it much harder to use a deck. Now this one, because of the keywords and stuff, it's not that hard to use. I don't know. So I think some creators just want to be different, which is, I guess it's fine, but you run the risk of somebody buying the deck and just really not wanting to even use it. I know this. I have a couple of decks like that I just don't like the setup, so I don't want to use them. Okay, Warrior of Fire, which would be your knight. God of Fire, which would typically be the queen, but they've changed that around. They put the king before the queen, and the queen is the goddess of fire. Okay, so in that particular instance, I feel that the 1 to 10 cards go very, very well with the regular swords. The court cards, not so much. Okay, so these are the pentacles. The garden. That's kind of cool. Change. 3 is mastery. I probably should have been calling out the numbers, but too late now. 4 is legacy. See, I like that. I like that it doesn't seem like greedy, you know, because that card can mean greed. 5 is loneliness. It's usually the 5s. 5s are all about conflicts and struggle. Charity, number 6. 7, growth. Beautiful. 8, skill. 9, success. 10, wealth. Warrior of Earth, the page. Seeker of Earth, the knight. God of Earth, and the King of Earth. Now, I was looking back earlier in the book. This would be Danu, and this would be Cernunnos. All right, I love Danu. She is a goddess that I'm definitely attracted to her qualities. She's a mother goddess of the Tuatha De Danann of Ireland, and she's like the primordial goddess. And Cernunnos, of course, he's got different names like the Green Man and the Horned God. And it's funny because I consider the Queen of Pentacles, as I said earlier, to be my card, I guess, that I relate to the most. And I'm very attracted to these two deities. So it's interesting that it works out that way. Sometimes these decks just, I don't know, they are interesting. Okay, so let's see. You know what? Let's read on one of those different cards. Let's see. We want to do the Double or the Dreamer, or the Journey. Not the Journey, because the Journey, for some reason, reminds me a lot more of the Fool card. Just does. All right, let's do the Dreamer. Okay. The Dreamer, which, let's see. All right, the Dreamer, there it is. I'm going to have to move it over to the side, though, so I can properly read it. And it does have keywords. Every single one of them has keywords, even the regular ones. They all have keywords, so it's nice. All right, so traditional card, there is none. Communication, metamorphosis, continuity, prophecy. Standing in the goddess position with arms stretched upwards, a swan woman holds the full moon lightly in her hands. Birds' ideas fly freely in the distance, representing the boundless potential of the dreamer's mind. The swan maiden motif typifies a worldwide cycle of folklore that usually revolves around the metamorphosis of a beautiful maiden from swan to human form. The Celtic story of Angus, Og, and Carir is one such famous tale. Enveloped in surreal light, the swan woman is surrounded and protected by 3 trees, representing threefold one, a pattern mirrored in her 3-feathered necklace, her belt, and her circular earrings. The Dreamer card symbolizes the purposeful merging of the conscious mind with the unconscious mind, shown by the lack of division between the pool of water and the trees. Nature mirrors the mind. There is actually no separation from dreaming and waking. All is connected in oneness, and there exists an ever-flowing collective well of energy that every dreamer can tap into. Prophecy. A time of deeper communication with all of the parts of yourself. The Dreamer card signifies the release of your true spirit and dreams coming to fruition. You find no division between dreaming and waking, and just as you remember what you did yesterday, you begin to clearly remember what you dreamed that last time you slept. This is a card of conscious and waking dreams, and also may indicate precognitive or clairvoyant dreams. Pay close attention to what appears in dream and then appears while you are not dreaming. Notice all the similarities and differences. The Dreamer card represents lucid dreaming and dimensional dreaming, which naturally lead to the metamorphosis and shapeshifting. Be very mindful as to what and how you dream, as dreams have a way of coming true. I like that. That one's written by Sirona because it's got a little sun here. So that's all about dreaming, which makes sense. Okay, it's called the Dreamer. So that's pretty simple, and see how they say the trees and the water, there's really, really not a lot of difference. It all blends. That's really pretty cool. The artwork's beautiful. I honestly, as you guys know, I am not a huge fan of borders. If they ever redo this deck, I hope to God that they cut out the borders to make these cards larger, so these pictures will come closer and you'll be able to see a lot more detail. Because I have my glasses on, I'm still having a hard, and I have pretty great vision with my glasses on, and it's still pretty hard to see some of the detail. And somebody put a lot of work into that, so it'd be nice if we could see it as best we can. Okay, so that's that one. And you know what? I want to do a typical one, like I want to do, what was it? The devil that they switched to something. Let's see, 13. No, that's death. I want to, okay, choice. Let's do the devil real quick. It's not the devil though, it's choice in this deck, which I do like that. And let's see what their take on this is. Let's see. Choice. Traditional card, the devil. Keywords, resonance, flexibility, and decision making. Standing at the threshold of a great henge of stone, the satyr woman and minotaur man become the lady and lord of the gates of matter. Together they are entering the door to the great mysteries and a time of great awakening and adventure. Clothed in red clothed in red, the unusual satyr woman represents sexuality and action, embodying the traditional male goat-like fertility spirits of the mountains and the forest. The Minotaur man is dressed in green, symbolizing the dreaming mind. Loosely connected together at the ankles by a spiral of divine light, the woman and the man are joined together in sacred union. The shapeshifters are fully aware as they follow the golden thread of the labyrinth. The connecting thread of awareness are all spiritual dimensions. The winged Minotaur man holds the torch of creative vision and passion in one hand, the shapeshifter woman in the other. The stars shine in the night sky as well as within the ground. Spirals, chevrons, and Celtic weaves abound in the choice card, representing the never-ending, ever-beginning cycle of life. Prophecy. Choice indicates a time to follow your inner voice and not let things throw you off balance. A card of motion, attraction, flexibility, and adaptability. The choice is yours each and every moment of your life. This may be a good time to face any problems in your life, remembering not to take yourself too seriously. Decisions need to be made using the four keys: wisdom, self-honesty, self-responsibility, and love. Hidden hopes and fears arise as you discard beliefs that have kept you chained to outworn or negative patterns. Learn to balance the magnetism and dynamism in your nature, as the choice card can indicate sacred sexuality as a form of play and creative expression. You may find yourself chained to a relationship or career, suddenly breaking free as you discover personal freedom within. All right. I like that. I like that a lot. Instead of the devil. Now let's find one that DJ wrote. That one was also by Sirona there. Let's see, which one is it? You know what? We'll do one of the court cards. We will do this one. Let's see if no. Yep, that's by DJ. Okay, which is Goddess of Air. All right. I don't even have to pull out the card. Anyway, Goddess of Air, King of Wands, traditional. Keywords are renewal, power, and karma. The goddess in her image of the Welsh deity Arinhod moves with strength and purpose through the night. Although a powerful and loving goddess, Arinhod is shapeshifting into a large owl. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. A night predator, the only bird capable of defeating a swift falcon, and then only at dusk its time of power. The owl symbolizes death and renewal, wisdom, moon magic, and initiations. The goddess, through the great owl's eyes, sees even into the darkness of the human subconscious and soul. The feathers of her great wings are repeated on her breasts, arms, and upper body. Her wings of comfort and healing are spread to give solace to those who seek her. Framing her face are branches of the sacred alder tree, spiritual knowledge, while behind her shines stars, guideposts along the initiate's journey, and a blazing comet, a sign of momentous events to come. At her feet prowls the black cat, symbol of the deeper magic and wisdom hidden from the uninitiated. Across a field of daisies representing rebirth and new cycles of thinking and being. The flowers, an integral part of her power and nature, flow upward into the patterns of her graceful robe. A star and moon goddess, Arianhod, was also called the silver wheel because the dead were carried on her ore wheel to Amanya, the moonland or land of death. which belong to her as a deity of reincarnation and karma. The mother aspect of the triple goddess in Wales, her place was Caer Arianrhod, Aurora Borealis, or the secret center of each initiate spiritual being. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. I'm going to pull out that card just so you guys can look at it again. So pretty. Prophecy. A balance of past karma is coming, both positive and negative. Prepare yourself to sweep out old patterns and accept the incoming new ones. It is time of growth in both spiritual and magical power. Transformation of your way of life will put you on a new path of forward growth and reward. So that is Goddess of Air. Let's see which one you are. Let me grab these cards, put them in order here. One, so air is the next one. That's fire. Okay, yeah, I've got this backwards. Okay, a second here. I keep thinking one. That's the only thing that's throwing me off here. See right there? There she is, right there. Look how beautiful that is. See the cat, the daisies, the owl, her transforming into the owl. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. The only thing is this one, these cards, oh, sorry. These cards, the court cards, they're not talking about people, which usually with the right-of-way, a lot of times they mean people. So with this, it's talking more about either a situation or the divination would be like renewal power or karma. I wish they had put that down here as well. Like they have these descriptive words on the bottom of all these other cards. It's kind of, that's the one thing. Because, I mean, you look at the god of air, unless you know who they're talking about and what the key word is, it's going to be a little hard to work that in there. I mean, I would look at goddess of air as the queen of swords. That's who I'm going to see. It's going to be the queen of swords, even though it's backwards. I'm not even going to look at the number. And, you know, the queen of swords is all about wisdom and speaking her truth and, you know, being very powerful and not letting anybody get away with anything, you know. She's kind. She can be kind and compassionate, but she's got a BS detector, you know. So that's the only thing. If they were gonna attach it to a goddess, which they have, they should have put that in there as well. Okay, that's the only little complaint that I have with these cards. Is that little bit, you know. That they switched the air element with the fire element. But other than that, it's a beautiful deck. It's not going to be a deck that most people are going to get unless they do a reprinting, because it's just so I mean, I was shocked when I got this deck. When they told me that, when they sent me an email saying I had won it, I literally almost fell over because I didn't pay, I don't think I paid a total of $30. It wasn't just this deck. It's this deck and another deck together. What's the other deck that I got? Hold on, let me pull it out real quick, which I'll be doing. I got this deck along with it too. I'll be doing our thing on this one soon. You know, it was just a weird fluke. I think it was meant for me only because of these two. I don't know. I just feel very connected here. I may put these guys on my altar. Anyway, all right, guys. I don't know if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. Here I am. I'm almost at 40 minutes, which honestly is too long. I wish I could make them smaller in a way, but I can't. It is how it is. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Take care of yourself. You know, get outside if you can for a little bit. The weather's perfect over here. I'm going to go walking with my dog now that he's feeling better. And I hope you all take care of yourselves. Blessings and thank you.